When starting with the Paperwork Wizard, one of the first things you should set up is your employer and store information. These settings can be found on the last two tabs of the Edit Forms section within the system. You will need to set up your employer settings first, as these settings carry over to your store settings. The Manage Employer tab is pretty straightforward. The information is stored, presented, and edited within the grid found on the tab. To add a new entity, simply click the Add New Record button located at the top or bottom of the grid. This will open a small pop-up allowing you to enter the information for one of your corporations. The fields are pretty straightforward. When you have the information entered correctly, click the Insert button in the lower left to add the corporate entity to the system. To edit one of your existing corporations, click the Edit icon found to the left of the line you wish to edit. This will open an identical looking box to the Insert Record pop-up we just mentioned. After making your changes, click the Update button in the lower left to write the changes back to the system. This information will now be available within the system to automatically populate employer fields on your forms. One such place for this information is on the bottom of page 1 of the W-4. Managing your store information is just as simple. Your store numbers are automatically populated on the Manage Stores tab. There is no need to insert a new store on the grid. You simply need to edit them with the proper information. Once again, to edit a particular row, simply click the Edit button located to the left of the row in question. This will once again open a small pop-up where you can update information specific to the chosen row. This pop-up contains information related to one of your store locations. You choose the employer from a drop-down list, which is populated from the Manage Employer tab we just discussed. This is why you needed to set up employer information first. In addition to physical location fields, you can also assign witness information, which is usually your location's general manager. When you have the information as you want, click the Update button in the lower left of the pop-up. All this information can now automatically populate within your forms where applicable. One such place for this information to populate is in Section 2 of the I-9 form. And that's all there is to managing employer and store information within the Paperwork Wizard.